Hello and welcome. In today's video I'm going to go through my favorite products that are less than 10 euros, approximately 10 pounds or $10 as well, around that price range. This is actually a request I got in Instagram, so I'm now really inspired to do this video because you really can find amazing products in just less than 10 euros.
First thing is that Finland is quite expensive country, so finding products under 10 euros is quite a challenge actually. Another thing is that we don't have all the brands here. We have ELF, but we have only very limited amount of their products, so basically just the main things. Wet n Wild is something that came to stores this January, so that's something we have been able to reach only through online. So in this video you can see the effect of the limitations of brands that I've been able to use. For example, with eyeshadows are something that if you want a palette, it's almost always above the 10 euros line.
If you're interested to hear what my favorites are in this less than 10 euros category, just keep watching. Oh, and this makeup, I have, yes, a lot more makeup than in my previous video. I just filmed this look to my Instagram channel. If you have not yet checked that out, I link it below so you can follow me there as well if you want. But now, let's get started. Let's start from the basics. My absolute favorite affordable hydrating mist is this Prime Studio from Essence. This is really moisturizing. It will leave that kind of oily kind of feeling to your skin. So if you are dry skinned, this is very good option, and it's small package, so it's easy to get when you're traveling as well. Also from the same Prime Studio line, Essence have different kind of primers. I have these. This one is a mattifying primer and which has black clay. This is gray in color, but when you apply it to your skin, this color will go away. But there is a scent. It's not a strong one, but there is a scent. But I find I got this in the summer, and I used it then, and I really found out that this really helps with my oily areas. So I really enjoyed this primer. But now that it's winter, I wanted something more glowy and moisturizing. So I was so happy that I found this glow boosting primer in the same line. It has pink clay. I don't know what for, because when you want glow you don't want the clay to absorb that oiliness. There is a slight kind of pinkish pearlescent tone in this one, which gives you not very glowy finish, but just a little bit glowy. So if you want that glowy affordable primer, I can recommend this one. Then foundations. If you might already know that I have reviewed this new Catrice HD Radiance foundation in my channel. I link that video below if you have not yet seen that. And there is also this original, which is more matte. These are excellent foundations if you look for more coverage and something which will last in your skin for hours and hours. Both of these, I have now worn this 4 times. And the longest time I had this on was 12 hours, if not more, and it was still on my face and looking good. So, and I didn't powder my cheeks. Then I powdered only my nose and little bit on here on my forehead, and it still looked excellent on my cheeks. So I can really recommend also this Radiance one. Then another foundation from Essence. I think this is still sold, so I think I'm going to talk about this. This is the Fresh and Fit Awake makeup. This has been my favorite for at least 2 years now. It has more like a thick consistency, It's not as full coverage as those Catrice HD foundations. This is more like a light to medium kind of foundation. This does give you a slight like glowy finish, but it's not glowy foundation. It gives you that fresh, as it says in the name, it gives you that fresh finish. It lasts surprisingly well, even though it's so kind of moisture-like foundation. During my dry months at winter time, I've been really enjoying this foundation, but it's surprisingly nice also during summer months. So this one definitely is something worth to try. Then next step is concealer. I have many favorites, but my latest favorite is this one from Essence. It's the Camouflage Healthy Glow concealer. They have also matte version of this, which I really enjoy as well. But this is something I've been really enjoying lately on my under eye area, as this is a bit more moisturizing and glowy version of an concealer. Actually, now I remember that this, where it is, here. The one I tested when I reviewed that Catrice Radiant Foundation, this one drop coverage, this is amazing as well. This is I've only tried this twice, so I cannot really yet say that this is my favorite, but it's at least really promising product, really worth a try if you're interested of it. Next step is powder. If you've been following me on Instagram, you already know that this baked powder from Pretty by Flormar is by far my favorite one. It is really, really similar to the Hourglass ambient powders. It has the same kind of silky feeling and a little bit of sheen in the finish. They have really good color range to the medium scale from the light, so if you have light to medium skin, you'll probably find your shade very easily. And they also have cool tones, which is not so usual in these affordable powder lines, so they tend to go to the warm side. But this brand has also, like this one is light porcelain pink and this is lightly cool toned, very, very good powder. And on my under eye area, I really enjoy the dupe to my Becca under eye brightening powder. It's this e.l.f. setting powder for under eye area. I've had it for a long time and I'm still halfway through. This is beautiful product. And usually when I'm traveling, I take this one because this is so small package and so easy to use. So definitely worth a try if you have dry under eye area. Then I have loved this LA Girl Pro Contour Brow Powder. I'm a bit hesitant only because I haven't been using this so many times, only because I don't contour so often. But every time I have used this, I've been really enjoying the finish. I find that the contour shade is really great one for cool toned skin. This is a shade number Fair. So, and this powder is just slightly pinkish color, so it's really good also for setting your under eye area or using as highlighting powder. But this is a great traveling package as well, so I can really recommend it for the traveling purposes. My absolute favorite affordable blushes are definitely from H&M. Now I'm starting to think that these might be 12 euros. Maybe, sorry. But I have to mention this because these are so great and most of the people have never tried these. They have huge shade selection. There is a lot of different kind of shades and finishes. There is mattes and there is something with more sheen on in it. And for example, this one has a little bit of gold reflex as well. This is quite similar to the NARS Orgasm. This one is shade Golden Beach. These are beautiful blushes, and I really like the packaging as well. These are very sleek and they have a good closure, so if you're traveling you don't have to worry about these. Highlighters are something that's, I think it's easy to find great ones in every price range. I'm going to mention my absolute favorite, this one from Essence. I know this is still sold at least here in Finland and in online as well. This is their Forever Mermaid shade. It looks a bit strange here in the package, but when you swirl this color together with your brush or finger or whatever, you get a slightly pinkish champagne shade, which is really, really beautiful. Also on fair skin, but I purchased this during summer, and when I had a little bit of tan on, it still looked beautiful. So this is really beautiful, and this is just, I think, €4 or something like that. Definitely one of the most beautiful highlighters ever, and it really gives you beautiful glow, so highly recommend this one. Eyeshadows are something that I have had difficulties to find great ones. Usually I have tried a palette, and there is always those hits and misses, that there is some shades which are really, really great, and then there is some that aren't so great. Again, this price range is actually, I think, €12, but H&M has beautiful these 9-pan palettes, and they have, I think, 6 different or 7 different kind of. This is called Vintage Rose, and this one is one of my absolute favorites for everyday makeup, because there is this rosy line, and then there is shimmery shade in the middle, and then there is this neutral shade as well. I have to admit I don't use so much drugstore eyeshadows or eyeshadows singles. Of course there is single eyeshadows that are less than €10, but eyeshadows are something that I want to invest, and as I'm getting older and I have eczema on my eyes and my eyelids are a bit tricky, I need to get a high performance eyeshadows, and unfortunately I haven't found those really, really great ones which I could really recommend in less than €10 range. But if we go below €10, then there is a lot of great palettes. For example, these H&M palettes are one of those great ones. Eyeliners then is totally different thing. I mostly use eyeliners which are less than €10. For example, these one from H&M are my absolute favorites. I use these daily. I rarely use actually anything else except these. They have great selection of color and finishes, and they are so soft and easy to use, but not too soft. They don't smudge, but they last on your eyes the whole day. If I want a gel eyeliner, then this one from ELF. Unfortunately, we have this one from ELF. The powder package is similar. I have found from Finland only this shade, which is a kind of purplish brown shade. It's great shade, but I haven't found anything else. But this lasts really well on your eyes. So if you're looking for affordable gel eyeliner, this is something I can recommend. But the H&M eyeliners are definitely my absolute favorite eyeliners in every price group. So okay, mascara. I haven't found great mascaras under €10. I'm sorry. I know some people are raving about these Essence Lash Princess mascaras, and I hate this. This is beautiful when I apply it on. I use this when I take pictures, but I cannot wear it. It takes half an hour and it smudges everything under my eye, like here. I'm so panda in half an hour, so you don't want to see it. But I know that loads of people really love this and don't have that problem. It might be because I have dry skin, so I don't use so much powder, and I have pretty long lashes which are a bit downturned, so the lashes hit my skin quite easily and they smudge, probably because of that. But if there is something, I know a lot of people enjoy, these are something like that, so maybe you want to give it a try to these. Let's see what else. Brows. Again, H&M. As you can see, it's really a brand worth a try. Their brow, which are the Superfine brow liners. I have these in several shades, and these are amazing. These, at least for me, these are soft and hard enough, so these are easy to use, but they last a long time. Usually people say that these kind of tiny brow liners last for a week, but for me these last months, and I use these daily. I really like espresso brown. It's really like cool toned, quite dark, very similar what I have now. I don't have this one, but it looks very similar. Then there is warm almond, which is a slightly more brownish color, but not a red one. It's great one as well. I have something cat hair or something like that. But these definitely worth a try. How many times I've said definitely today? Many. What else? Lip liners. A new brand, Bronx colors. I received these as PR and I fell in love immediately. These are so great lip liners. They are soft enough, so these are easy to use, but they don't smudge and they last on your lips very well. I quite often just use these and put lip gloss on, and that's enough. Then if you want some kind of color, just a little bit of sheen, Labello has these new ones, tinted lip balms. These have really surprised me with how much there is color in it. If you don't want to have that high maintenance of a lipstick, but you want still some kind of color, definitely try these. These have been really, even this dark plum one has been really great, so definitely can try these. Then if you want a liquid lipstick, Pretty by Flormar is one of my favorites in those. These are actually the shades I'm wearing today. I have the dark plum on my outer lines in my lips and just a little bit of this peachy one on inside here. These are not, even though it says that these are matte, these won't dry down as being really dry and crepey. These feel more like lipsticks. So these are not smudge proof, they will transfer, even though it says matte, but these are so comfortable, they are really affordable, and there is great shades in this line. Oh, bronzer. I almost forgot. I take again this Pretty by Flormar baked powder. I use the darker color as bronzer and it's perfect. So if there is someone asking recommendations for affordable bronzing powder, I say this one. Of course there's a sheen. If you don't like it, then this is not the best option. They do have matte powders as well, but I haven't tried those as a bronzing powder. I have used this, and this is great as a bronzing powder as well. But the last step is setting spray, and no surprise, I think the whole YouTube is raving about this illuminating Prime and Fine setting spray from Catrice, but it's for a reason. It's so beautiful product. It gives just beautiful glow to your skin and also helps your foundation last longer. So what else could you need from a setting spray? All right, here we are. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. If I have, that's going to be another video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up so I know what kind of videos you want to see. And if you have your recommendations for great products under 10 euros price range, leave the comments below so we can all learn and find new great products. I hope I'll see you next time and have a great day. Bye bye.